As you can see, this is how much you pay when you are applying for a UK visit visa for 6 months. This is directly from UK government website, and I'm doing this video today, 23rd of January 2025. $146 is the cost of UK standard visit visa for 6 months. All right, guys, so this is how you apply for a visit visa in the United Kingdom. I've always told you guys that this is something you can actually do yourself. So for those of you that want to come for tourism, I think I got a question from, one of my subscribers on YouTube regarding visit visa. How can I apply even from Pakistan, from Hong Kong, from India, from Nigeria? I'm going to tell you how you can fill out this application, step-by-step guide. All you need to do is for you to watch this video to the end. So the first thing you do is to open your Google, type UK visit visa application. That's the first one there. Okay, apply for a standard visitor visa. Remember, I've done a video, okay, where I told you guys the documents, like everything you need to know about UK standard visitor visa. So you can click on that link up there for you to know more about this. So you quickly come down here, you will see apply now. Click on apply now. Of course, it's English language. It depends on the one that best suits you. So I'm going to choose English language and click on next. To complete your application, you must provide your biometrics, fingerprint, and facial photograph. So here you select the country. That's your country of residence where you are now, okay, and where you want to do your biometrics, okay. Just click on, let's say, Nigeria, for instance, and next. There are two options there. I have identified the location where I will provide my biometrics, or I am unable to provide my biometrics at any location. The second option, I want to choose a different location. So you can choose the one that best applies to you. I'm going with the first one here. Start now. Type in your email address, enter your password, repeat the same password, save and continue. Who does this email address belong to? Is it for you or someone else? Provide your telephone number for use while in the UK or for use while outside the UK. Do you have any other telephone number? Yes or no? Are you able to be contacted by telephone? I can be contacted by telephone, call, and text message, SMS. So the next one is for you to put your details. First box here is given name. Remember, your given name is your first name first. Your first name and your middle name. So you type in your first name and your middle name there. The second box, put your family name. That is your surname. In addition to the names already provided, are you now or have you ever been known by another name? So in case you did a change of name, you could actually click on yes, choose yes. But if not, just choose no. Relationship status, are you married, single? Okay, so here you are expected to enter your home address in your home country. Is this address also your correspondence address? Yes or no? How long have you lived at this address? So here you select the years and then choose the number of years. If it's 10 years, you put it there. Then do you own it? Did you rent it or others? So if you rented the apartment, you click on rent. If you own it, you click I own it, okay? And then save and continue. Here, you're expected to enter your passport number, issuing authority. This issuing authority is always the country. That's the country that issued your passport, okay? And the next one, the issue date and expiration date. Do you have a valid national identity card? That's NI. If you do, say yes. If you don't, say no. So if you click no, you will continue. But if you click yes, you are expected to enter the national identity card number. Again, the issuing authority is the country that issued the national identity card, okay? Then issue date and expiring date. Type in the country of nationality, okay? Type it in. Then enter your country of birth. If it's the same country that you were born, you type it there. Then the place of birth in your country, the name of the city where you were born, just type it there, okay? Your date of birth. Do you currently hold or have you ever held any other nationality or citizenship? Yes or no? What is your employment status? Are you employed, self-employed, a student, retired, or unemployed? So if you are using self-employed, you are going to input some details. If you are using employed, you are going to tell them the name of the company you are working with, the address of the company, the town or city where the company is located, the state, postcode, country, and telephone number of the company, as well as the start date. That's the date you started work with the company. All these informations are what you're expected to provide if you are choosing employed. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I'll be clicking on self-employed. What is your job? It will tell you to state your job. What are you doing? What kind of business is it? You put it there. How much do you earn from this job in a year? So if it's in naira, you choose the currency and type in, let's say, 2 million. If that's what you earn in a year, you just type it in there, save and continue. Do you have another income or any savings? Yes or no? If you do, click yes. That's click on savings. If you do not, you click on I do not have any other income. How much money are you personally planning to spend on your visit to the United Kingdom? So you choose the currency here. I'm choosing naira, 1 million naira. Okay, for instance. What is the total amount of money you spend each month? Choose the currency. It could be 200,000, then you save and continue. Will anyone be paying towards the cost of your visit? If you are sponsoring yourself, then you click no. So, but for the sake of this video, I'm choosing yes. Who is paying towards the cost of your visit? Someone I know, for example, family or friend. My employer or company, then another company or organization. So here I'm choosing the first one, that's family or friend. So here you're expected to input their name, that's the name of the person sponsoring you, the address, the town where they reside in, okay, the state, the postcode, the country, and how much money will they be paying towards your visits. All those are what you will input there, as well as why are they helping to pay for your visit. So guys, here there should be a very strong reason why they are helping you. So it could be that, yeah, my child is inviting me to come take care of my grandchild, for me to have that bond with my grandchildren. Will anyone else be paying towards the cost of your visit? No. If it's yes, you click yes, save and continue. Date you plan to arrive in the UK. Enter the date that you plan to travel and enter the date you plan to leave. We may have to talk to you about your application. Which language would you prefer to use? English. If you do not understand English, if you are from other countries, you could actually choose others and then type in the country. But for the sake of this video, I am choosing English. What is the main reason for your visit to the UK? Tourism, business, transit through the UK, academic visit, marriage or civil partnership, private medical treatment, short-term study, or others. I am visiting for other reasons. Okay, so here I'm choosing tourism, to see family or friends, because that's the most common reason why people come to the UK. Then save and continue. What is the main reason for your holiday visit to the UK? Tourism, visiting family, or visiting friends. So here I'm going to choose visiting family. Continue. Give details of the main purpose of your visit and anything else you plan to do on your trip. So here you give a detailed reason what you are coming to the United Kingdom to do. It should be in details. Give them, exactly what you are coming to do, how long you are going to stay, and every other information that they will need. Does anyone rely on you for financial support? Include both those traveling with you and those who are not. It's details of your parents. So the first one, you choose your mother's first name and middle name. The family name is the surname and their date of birth, country of nationality. Have they always had the same nationality? So you click yes or no. This one is going to be for your father, okay? Even if they are late, you still need to input their details. Exactly what you did on the first one. Okay, do you have any family member that stays in the UK? Yes or no. Input their relationship to you. Input the name of the person. What permission do they have to be in the United Kingdom? They have a temporary visa. They are in the UK permanently. They do not have visa and are not in the UK permanently, or I cannot contact my relative. Yeah, some people always ask this question: what is the best option to choose in this case? What if my child that is inviting me is a student? So does it mean that they are in the UK permanently, or they are on temporary visa? Guys, as far as the person is not on indefinite leave to remain and the person does not have UK citizenship, the person is on temporary visa. So you just click on that first option and enter their passport number. Do you have other relatives who live in the UK? Yes or no. Will you be traveling to the UK as part of an organized group? Yes or no. Will you be traveling to the UK with someone who is not your partner, spouse, or dependent? Yes or no. Who will you be staying with in the UK? So it will automatically bring out the name of the person that you chose earlier, okay, that is sponsoring your trip. But if it's not the person, you click on this link under. If it's the person, you tick the box and continue. Enter their telephone number, their email address, home address, town or city postcode, date you will arrive at this address, and date you shall be leaving this address. Will you be staying anywhere else in the UK? Yes or no? Have you been in the UK in the past 10 years? Yes or no? How many times have you visited the following places in the past 10 years? Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, Switzerland, European Economic Area. Do not include travel to the UK. If you have not traveled to any of these countries before, then you click 0 times. If you have, you choose the number of times that best suits you. Have you been to any other country in the past 10 years? Yes or no? For either the UK or any other country, have you ever been refused a visa, refused entry at the border, refused permission to stay or remain, refused asylum, deported, removed, required to leave, and excluded or banned from entry? If any of this has never happened to you, then you click on no. Have you ever entered the UK illegally, remained in the UK beyond the validity of your visa or permission to stay, breached the conditions of your leave, for example, worked without permission or received public funds when you did not have permission, giving false information when applying for a visa, leave to enter or leave to remain? Lastly, breach UK immigration laws in any other way. If you have done any of this, you click yes. If you have not, you click no. Anytime, have you ever had any of the following? Guys, you go through this, read through this, okay? If you have done any of this, you click on it. But if you have not, you come to the last option which says no, I have never had any of this. In either peace or wartime, have you ever been involved in or suspected of involvement in war crimes, crimes against humanity, or genocide? Yes or no? Guys, here is still the same safety question. If you have done any of them, you click yes. But if not, click no. Then check the box there and continue. This one is for extremists, okay? If you have done any of this, you click yes. If you have not done it, you click no. Check the box there and continue. Have you, as a part of your employment or otherwise, taken paid or unpaid activities on behalf of a non-UK government which you know to be dangerous to the interests or national security of the UK or its airlines? So if you have never done any of this, just click no, and then save and continue. Have you ever worked for the following types of organization: armed forces, free throw? If you have done any of them, you tick. But if you have not, come down to the last option, I have not worked in any of the job listed above. Tick on that one, then save and continue. If you have any other additional information about your application, we'll review all your applications, okay? Go through them, okay? And then come down here and continue. If everything is okay, click on continue. Here it tells you the mandatory document you're expected to upload to this application. Remember, the video I did the last time was telling you guys additional supporting documents, okay, to avoid refusal. Is tips that will help you avoid UK visa refusal or denial. Here are mandatory documents that you must upload. The first one here is your passport, your travel documents. That's your passport, okay? And the second one, evidence of funds. Remember, on this evidence of funds, you upload both you, the applicant, your bank statement, and that of the person sponsoring you. Very important. The next one, evidence of support you will receive from your sponsor, including details of what support is being provided and how. The next one, evidence of relationship. This evidence of relationship, I think, is essential. You upload birth certificate. If it's your mother that you are inviting, upload your birth certificate where it will show, that this person is your mother. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Very important. If not, you can as well attach, you can attach family pictures and other evidence that your sponsor is not or will not be in breach of UK immigration laws at the time of your visit. So this one, you could actually use the sponsor's BRP if it's still valid, okay, and other documents if the person has driver license, okay, in the United Kingdom, and the person has never breached any of the rules, like have never received any penalty charge. Then it's important to use that, because that would tell them that this person is law-abiding person. Invitation from your UK-based family or friends and evidence of their permission to be in the UK. Make sure that you are attaching the person's e-visa. Very important. That e-visa page or share code. UK government have transited from BRP to electronic visa platform. After you submit your application, you must provide your documents to our commercial partner. You can provide your document by uploading copies of your documents yourself through our commercial partner's website free of charge. Secondly, taking your documents, originals or copies to your appointment where our commercial partner will scan them for you for a fee. I believe this is clear. If you choose to pay for the assisted scanning service, all documents, originals or copies need to be A4 size, or you may be charged to make them suitable for scanning. So guys, take note of that. Again, there is another important information. As you are going for your appointment, please take your original passport alongside. The next one is declaration. Accept the above declaration and continue. Here you choose the length of your stay. Remember, in UK visit visa, we have 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years. And each of these comes with a fee. The higher the years, the higher the fee. For the sake of this video, I'm choosing 6 months. Let's see how much it's going to be. Save and continue. As you can see, this is how much you pay when you are applying for a UK visit visa for 6 months. $446 is the cost of UK standard visit visa for 6 months. So convert that to your local currency and you will get the exact figure what you are going to spend, okay? The last part is, for you to make your payment. It will take you to a page. If I click on this continue to what pay, I'm expected to enter my card details and pay for this. But because I'm not doing this, I'm going to stop here. After you have paid, the next thing is for you to now book your appointment, upload your documents, all the necessary documents, and submit your application. Please do not forget to like this video, share this video with your friends, your family. If you are in any group, please share this video with them. I know it will be helping so many people. Thank you for staying with me till this time, and I remain blessing and Mozozo of Blessed Blessing channels. Thank you.